In 2017, the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University became just Nelson Mandela University, with a name change and structural reorganization geared towards the enhancement of academic standards and continued uplifting of the life principles of the great man himself, a pioneer president of a free South Africa, Madiba Nelson Mandela. Joining us now to have a conversation about this great institution of higher learning is Dr. Priscilla Mensah, Director, Mandela International Office, Nelson Mandela University, Port Elizabeth, Republic of South Africa. It's good to have you with us, Doctor.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very good. Now, let's talk about, can you give us an overview of Nelson Mandela University, its values, and of course, its location, and why, we should have a feel of it, as it were?
Yeah, so we're very proud of the fact that Nelson Mandela University is a women-led institution.
Oh.
So our Chancellor, Chairperson of Council, and of course the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mucha, are women. And so gender equality is very high on their agenda. And then we have 6 values that we live up to: diversity, excellence, of course, Ubuntu, caring for others, social justice and equality, integrity, and environmental stewardship. So we appreciate the fact that welcoming international students onto our campuses and incorporating them in our programs is very important. And so we have 500 programs that are offered all the way from certificate level to doctoral level and across 7 faculties. So the sciences, health sciences, business and economic science, education, humanities, and law.
Wow, that's a handful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
He had a look at me when it was like an all-women-led university. There's nothing rings more exciting in my ears. Could you tell us exactly where the university is located and what kind of courses you offer, and just a little bit about the life at the university?
So it's located in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, and I know that you called it Port Elizabeth, but the new name is Gqeberha. So it has that click, Gqeberha. And it's an ocean city, so we are near the ocean. It's a vibrant city to live in, and it's safe. And even the campus itself is located on the edge of a game reserve. So on campus, we have zebra and bucks, and so it really is a wonderful environment to live in. We offer over 500 programs, as I indicated, and we are well known for these various programs in engineering, computer science, IT, accounting, health, environmental sciences. So really a broad reach. And as part of our time here in Lagos, we will be at the Asia Room at Eco Hotel tomorrow, Sunday, from 2 to 6 p.m., and on Monday as well, from 5 to 7 p.m., and Tuesday, 5 to 7 p.m. So we're really inviting interested students and their parents to join us.
All right, prospective applicants will be interested in the type of research themes you have at the university. You already talked about a bit of the faculties, as it were. So can you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Yes, I'm very happy to mention that we are the only university in Southern Africa to have an entire campus dedicated to ocean science research. Beautiful. So one of our key strategic research areas is oceans and coastal science research. Our focus is also on social justice and democracy, environmental stewardship and sustainable livelihoods, innovation and the digital economy, origins, culture, heritage and memory, and humanizing pedagogies. And so these are the main themes, but across the 7 faculties, they also have strengths that they focus on.
That's awesome. Could you tell us more about the student life at the university? I mean, it's by the water.
Yes.
Could you also tell us more about the diversity? Are there a lot of international students? And the success rate, like any famous or notable individuals that we know that have matriculated through
Nelson
Mandela University?
Okay. Yes, we in terms of life on campus, there are various societies and it's very social. We even have an international student society. So we encourage the culturally vibrant environment on campus. So that's one of the things that we focus on. The university has had many successes. One that I could profile is the Makosa brand. I'm sure you would have seen it. So that company was incubated at Nelson Mandela University and now is an international brand. So we're very proud of that. But we have a very diverse and vibrant student life on campus.
Yeah, you also mentioned the diversity of those students. But I think one of the foremost key features on would-be applicants, especially for foreign students, whether Nigeria or elsewhere in Africa, would be the issue of security, safety. What's that like? Because sometimes, you can't help it. There are other shortcomings of society, xenophobia. Sometimes we hear about this in South Africa. And if you want to send people to such institutions, there's always a bright side to that. So what can you tell us about the security aspect of it? So am I assured that when I'm sending my wards, my guardians, my young ones, I'll be protected?
Yeah, that's a good question. Campus is very safe. It's access controlled, so only staff and students with access cards can access the campus, but there are also security guards around the campus that ensure that people are safe. And then we rely on students and staff to also ensure their security by locking the doors so that they do what they can in order to be safe. But it is an area that receives attention, and so I can assure interested Nigerian students and parents that you will be safe on campus.
Right.
And you were talking about the fashion brand of Mahosa. That's Laduma. So people in the fashion world, if you're interested, he's quite impressive. So that's good to know that that's where he originated from.
Absolutely.
But what facilities does your campus offer?
A wide range of facilities depending on what the interest is, So in engineering, and we are prioritizing transdisciplinary research. So in engineering, the mechatronics department builds the machinery that's required for marine research. So there are a lot of facilities on campus that is geared towards research in science and engineering.
All right, Dr. Mensah, walk us through, does the university offer some kind of assistance regarding foreign students in terms of visa, acquisition and stuff like that, how they will go through, the embassy procedures, and can you just give us an insight on that?
Yes, because students applying from Nigeria will need study visas, and so we are in consultation with the South African High Commission in Lagos and Abuja to assist with the visa application process. So students will be able to reach out to us and receive assistance throughout the process. We will give letters confirming that this is a student that has been admitted, and we will assist them throughout the process. We do know that it's a current pain point. It's receiving attention.
Yeah, and I remember, you also talked about, while I was on my way here on the radio, the timeline for that. Students should prepare or give a notice earlier. Can you just give us a...
Yes, so it's important that students apply early for admission, but also for funding.
Okay.
So our closing date for admission is the 30th of September. So we encourage everyone to look on the website, apply for admission. And then for postgraduate studies, of course, it's important to get admission, but at the same time, also apply for funding. Scholarships are far and few. And so it's important to apply early, prepare a good application, and submit it before the scholarship closing date.
And that September 30th is just around the corner, so these students better get on it. What about since we were talking about tuition, how affordable is the school, and about how many students are in undergraduate and postgraduate facilities?
So we have a student body of about 32,000, and of that, 11% are postgraduate students, and 3% are international students. We have a pretty good success rate of over 80%. So there are support structures put in place to assist students to ensure success with their studies.
So minimum of, depending on, the duration of each courses, as it were, there is that assurance that there won't be any hiccups regarding, when you go to some other African countries when it comes to issues about strikes and all that, so there's that reassurance in that regard.
Yes, we support the culture of student protest,
yes.
But we have not had disruptions to the academic year. And so, yes, the undergraduate degree is typically 3 years, depending on the program. If it's an engineering program, it would be 4 years, and there are some programs in the health sciences that are also 4 years. At master's level, it's 2 years. These are full-time studies, and at doctoral level, typically 3 years.
And in terms of student diversity and living, first of all, residence halls or residences, houses, what's it like around the town? And also diversity for students with disabilities or special needs. Does the university cater to that?
Yes, so there are on-campus and off-campus accommodation. So we have a lot of student residences on campus, but there's also the option of having the same quality but off-campus. And I myself am a person living with a disability, and we have a unit for universal access and disability services that supports students with disability. So they can be assured that they will receive the support that they need. It's a good question.
So talking about even the success rate as well again. So,
yes.
80% is quite a lot. So what drives, the facilitators to achieve all of this, to ensure that students are well taken care of and the best comes out of them as well?
Yeah, I think a university has an ethical responsibility to ensure that the students that are enrolled are successful. And as a comprehensive university, we have the traditional degree route, but we also focus on vocational training and offer extended programs so that students who maybe require a bridging course, etc., can receive the wraparound support that they need in order to be successful, because that's very important.
Indeed.
Well, could you tell us, I'm guessing you matriculated through the university yourself. Could you give us some of your favorite memories or some of your reasons why you chose the university to study at initially?
Well, I'm currently working at Nelson Mandela University.
Okay.
I'm the acting head of the international office, but I did study in South Africa, born in Ghana, so traveled a long way.
We see the last name, we were a little bit confused, so okay, good to know.
Yes, born in Ghana, lived a couple of years in Nigeria, so I did my primary education in Nigeria, and then I went to high school in Southern Africa, but all my postgraduate studies up to the doctoral level was in South Africa.
Okay.
And I received a lot of support as an international student and also as a student with a disability. I felt very supported. And so I think the environment is enabling. And if parents are listening, I want to assure them that it's an enabling environment for your child to be supported to receive an undergraduate or postgraduate degree.
When you mentioned one of the faculties, the courses, especially something that had to do with marine studies and all that, and I've seen documentaries where the, research doctors or what have you, the students actually take boats, go out there to look at, the marine life and study them.
Yes.
So are we seeing that kind of scenario with your university as well?
Yes, in fact,
because it's it's not too common course, as it were, regarding,
What, your
African
university
students.
didn't have that?
No, I'm talking about, there are issues regarding that. It's not too vibrant regarding other courses, as it were. So marine biology, marine studies is not too,
not too common. Yes, and I even wanted to say that we build those boats because we have a department of naval architecture that designs and builds the boats. But it's a transdisciplinary area of study. So yes, studying marine life, whether it's shallow water or oceans, there's a lot of expertise. at Nelson Mandela University.
So it's not just about classroom stuff,
It's about the practical
it's
as
about
well.
practical
Yes.
aspect of it.
Yes.
And I think that's a good one.
And we have 5 research chairs in the area of marine research, so that's a key area for us.
Well, that's really awesome. Dr. Priscilla Mensah, it was really good to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and all the best with the recruitment of more students. And could you also let us know, you said earlier that you guys were going to be at Echo Hotel.
Yes.
Just give that information one more time for people
So we will be
interested.
at Echo Hotel 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, the 27th. The room is Asia Room at Echo Hotel. We will also be there on Monday, 5 to 7 p.m., and then on Tuesday, 5 to 7 p.m. as well.
Hopefully you get more positive response from
I'm sure you will.
prospective
I'm sure you
students, as it
will.
were. Dr. Priscilla Mensah, it's good to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.